Don't mind if the video is a little sideways like this. What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. So I'm still working on the names that I want to say to you guys, like, what's up? Ba 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 ba. Welcome to my channel. Hello. But so what I came up with right now, as of today, is fruit baskets. Let's try it out. What's up, fruit baskets? Because the reason why I say fruit baskets is because we're a part of the same basket. We're just different pieces of fruit. Huh? I know. So let's try this again. What's up, fruit baskets? Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time being here, give this video a like, subscribe for the vibe. Don't forget to ding the notification bell as well so you don't miss out when I post videos. If this is not your first time being here, what's up, you guys? Sending so much love your way. Catch it and receive it. It is absolutely for you. Sending loads of squeeze hugs. Just want to squeeze you. You guys are so amazing. So this video is going to be a 3-pile can't even speak, I'm so excited. 3-card pick a pile, and I'm going to be talking about what is blocking your creativity. 3 piles. If that's something that you're interested in, then keep watching. Okay guys, so I got the 3 piles laid out. These have already been spread out, but the advice, I'm gonna have the self-care, the sacred rebels, and I'm gonna pull from my word bag on camera. So I want you to go ahead and pick a pile so we can see what is blocking your creativity, what's blocking your creativeness. So you guys can see that. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. And pile number 3. I'll give you a moment to choose with your intuition. Go ahead and take those 3 deep breaths. If more than one pile calls out to you, that means there's more than one message. Alright, you guys, I'm going to start with pile number 1 if you chose the other ones. Okay, so if you chose pile number 1, you chose the lapis lazuli. Alright, so what is blocking your creativity? Before I begin, I want to just read up on some of the uses and purposes of lapis lazuli. Okay, so this is an excellent stone for executives, journalists, and psychologists, stimulating wisdom and good judgment in the practical world. It aids intellectual analysis in archaeologists and historians, problem solving for lawyers, and creates new ideas for inventors and writers. Okay, this lapis lazuli really helps to activate your higher mind, enhancing your intellectual ability, stimulating your desire for knowledge, truth, understanding, aids in the process of learning, and this is great when you want to enhance your memory. Over time, you may notice that if you are a wearer of lapis lazuli, it helps to really work with your throat chakra. Okay, it's a stone of truth, helps you to speak your truth, help you to speak with honesty. It really helps you with communicating, deep communication, intellectually stimulating conversations. It helps with friendship, bringing harmony to relationships. I already mentioned it's good for communication within the home as well. Is great for teenagers and children. It's even been known to be beneficial for children with, Alzheimer's. You can be sure to look that up on your own. But yes, in a creative or public performance related area, carry lapis lazuli to auditions in the workplace. It attracts promotion, success, and lasting recognition in your field. Okay, so take what applies there, and let's jump into what is blocking your creativity. Okay, so you have been feeling like the world is going to end if you don't create something, or this is how just your mind has been like very chaotic and hectic when it comes to brainstorming, when it comes to getting your ideas out there. Maybe you have a fear of rejection, or you have faced rejection, you have faced things blowing up in your face, figuratively or literally, and you just have a hard time gaining that direction and like, what should I do because this didn't work out for me. The eye of the truth, okay, gaining that clarity. You are lacking currently clarity, okay, you are lacking truth, because it's like, are you creating something that someone else is creating simply because they were successful at their creations? Or are you creating this because this brings you joy, this is something that, you know, is just ingrained in you? Or, you know, this is just something that you're very passionate about, you believe in this wholeheartedly? Or are you just doing that because like someone else got successful doing this, so this is something that you know how to create, so you're going to create it too? Like, this is talking about like making sure that your eye is open, like you have that clarity, like you have that truth, like this is your truth, like you are creating something that reflects you and that reflects your truth, whatever your truth is. Okay, tower moments for some of you guys. 13th. Great. Oh my gosh, look, you literally have the same card again. Final Destination came out again right under the card. And I noticed that with this pile, like my camera keeps on losing focus, so you have a hard time maybe concentrating. Okay, your third eye could be overactive or underactive, okay, because you're having some issues maybe imagining. Okay, maybe only thing you're able to imagine is worst case scenario, or something about your third eye. Your third eye could definitely be overactive, okay, where you're paranoid, or where you're just focused on one thing and it's just taking up so much of your time, and it's just it's not getting you ahead, it's taking you back. Okay, we have stargazing, gazing eye of truth. Okay, the view of the night sky from a mystery land is second to none. Okay, so what's blocking your creativity is you not being expressive of your own truth. Like you're trying to live someone else's life, or trying to create what someone else is creating. Ghost snag. Also, what you're eating is clouding your judgment. What you're consuming, okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that you're actually eating, but whatever you're consuming, you guys know what's not what I'm talking about. Whatever popped up in your mind, you like, oh snap, what is that? I'm not judging you. I'm just wanting you to understand that you know what it is that you've been consuming too much of. This can be porn. This can be fast food. This can be too many movies that's involving too many chaotic movies, or too many scary movies. Look, and you hear that train? Like too many drama-filled movies. Okay, those affect your energy field. You might don't think so, but it's like whatever you're exposing yourself to, whatever you're consuming, okay, is really affecting your imagination, and it's affecting your creativity as well. You have a lot of like vision though. You have a lot of vision, pile number 1. So I don't want you to think that I'm trying to put you down. This whole pile is about, this whole reading is about what is blocking your creativity. So you not being able to see the truth, your eyes not being open, or if your eye is open to the truth that's around you, you're having a hard time accepting the truth. You're having a hard time accepting certain changes that are in your life, or that have gone on in your life. You have the Dark Magician. Okay. You're very on high defense, pile number 1. The power of darkness to destroy their enemies. Okay, so you are very powerful, no doubt, pile number 1. I'm not going to take that away from you. You are a very powerful somebody. And the message here is what's blocking your creativity is the fact that you're not really looking at your life. You're looking outside of yourself. You're looking outside of your life. You're looking at sort of like the things that you don't have, and you're like, how can I get that into my life? But it's almost like, is that what you really want? Like, the things that you're manifesting into your life is not really bringing you happiness. The things that you're creating is taking so much out of you that is draining you. The things that you're wanting to create, because this is more so like you forcing that on yourself. And boils down to the fact that you're doing something that you don't want to do. You're forcing yourself to create, or you're forcing yourself to do a job that you really don't want to do. But this is about creativity. So what's blocking you is the things that you're consuming, your thoughts. You don't have much clarity. Your eyes are open, but they're not open. Pile number 1. You're focused on how can you get what everybody else got, and not how you can walk your path and excel on your path. You definitely may be working with an overactive or blocked third eye. You have nothing will come of this situation, and I'm going to read up on that. Void of course moon. You have expect powerful change, and you have your hard work is paying off. Okay, so this could also be impatience. Like, you aren't seeing your projects through. What's blocking your creativity is you're giving up. Like, when you're putting yourself out there, it doesn't work the first time, so the world around you is exploding. You're giving up before you see it all the way through. So nothing will come of that. Like, if you give up before it's done, you're not going to see anything. But if you continue to be consistent through those dark phases, through that dark moment, you'll realize that there's something bright. Right when that passes, there's something bright there. So you might can't see that while you're just feels like you're maneuvering in the dark, but just know that your hard work, like all that you're doing, is leading you to something. And an overactive third eye will also have you obsessing over your work. It would also have you obsessing over any type of psychic ability that you may have or may want to develop. So I want to read Nothing Will Come of This, so we can see what else may be blocking your intuition. I said your intuition. Okay, so yeah, you may not be listening to your intuition or following your intuition, and this is a message, the eye of the truth. Your intuition is the truth. Okay, so be sure to listen to your intuition. Okay, so in a form of astrology known as hooray, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a void of course moon means nothing will come of this, or this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking. For example, if you're worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it is a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with your both behavior and beliefs. And attuned to the moon, I trust in my highest good. This card also means that the chances of something are diminishing. Something better may be around the corner. Believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Take time out to meditate and contemplate. The main definition of the void of course moon is when the moon won't make a major connection with any of the planets until she enters the next sign. The best thing you can do when you get this card is to chant the Sanskrit word Om Namo Narayani, which means I surrender to the divine. A void of course moon is time to just be. Okay, wow, so gonna pull from the Sacred Rebels to get your advice, because remember, this pile is about what is blocking your creativity. So what can pile number 1 do to get more creative. Unblock their create. Wow, okay, that was coming right out. Inspiration is coming to you. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Okay, and inspiration is all around you. You just got to open your eyes to see it. Again, with those eyes. And you have bees there, and you know bees are such hard workers, and you are such a hard worker, and your inspiration comes from everywhere. So remember that, and release the dark wound and let love live. Stop beating yourself up for rejections. Let that go. Rejection is just a part of learning, and no means that something better is around the corner. But there is no time frame or no distance for the literal around the corner, okay? Just keep trying. And I do apologize, you guys, if you can hear those sounds of other people talking. Alright, so how can pile number 1 get more creative? I didn't even realize that these cards were facing each other. How can pile number... What can pile number 1 do? You know, to really nurture their creativity right now. What can pile number 1 do to nurture their creativity right now? Okay, you got so many. I'll take the first 2 that popped out. Oh my gosh. The nothing will come of this is a reminder to just be. And your message for self-care is to be still. And to give yourself a massage. Take it light. Take it light. Take it easy on yourself. Tend to your body. Tend to your needs. Tend to your energy. In the meantime, okay, because you don't want to give yourself a burnout and have your body work so hard that your body isn't able to enjoy the works of your hard labor. I think I said that right. I'm going to pull a few word cards on my word bag for you. This says, I see a future with you. Okay, pile number 1, you have 6 months from now. You have serving. Self-love is not selfish but necessary. Self-love is the best love. Sadness. Pile number 1. Sad, bored, sleepy, unhappy, ignored, guilty, lonely, alone. And that is why you need to be still and give yourself that self-love that you need. And that is why your creativity has been blocked. That is what's blocking your creativity, is because you have this sadness that you're trying to work through instead of doing the other type of work through. Like, you're actually working to avoid addressing that inner sadness, or that sadness that's around you, or that frustration, or that just deep sadness, that those feelings. You have to work through those feelings by being still and by acknowledging them and then letting them go. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. That's what's blocking your creativity, and the advice that came through as well. So if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, ding the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Definitely leave me a comment. See you guys next time. Alright, pile number 2, if you chose the selenites. Okay, so some of the benefits of this beautiful selenite, let me have it right here so you can soak up this energy as I'm reading it out to you, pile number 2. This crystal promotes peace and calm, provides clarity, clears blocked energy, elevates the spirit, helps you access your intuition, is an effective space cleanser, vibrates at a very high frequency, promotes connection and camaraderie, enhances powers of manifestation. So yeah, pile number 2, this is a really good crystal. And now we're going to find out what's blocking your creativity. Shift change, Stario Scorpio. Okay, we have a stargazer. Let's try again. Monster Reborn. Okay, so pile number 2. What is blocking your creativity is the fact that you are looking outside of yourself for answers. Okay, you are like, look, she's looking this way, and every like stargazing, shift change. So you need to learn to shift and go inward for inspiration, for ideas, for um anything, for the answers, for clarity. Did I say clarity already? But yeah, you may be interested in astrology or doing something like palm reading or anything like that, something involving like psychic readings or tarot readings. You may be very interested in astrology and reading birth charts and teaching people how to read the birth charts or something like that. Blaze came up in here. So yeah, you are definitely like intuitive naturally and spiritual. And so what is blocking your creativity is and look, this literally looks like it's blocking it. Oop. Guard the goal. Monster reborn. It's because, okay, what's blocking your creativity is things that were going on in your life. You are going through like a shift and a change, and you're shedding those layers that were codependent and needing of other people, and you're learning how to really understand yourself better. Okay. And I feel like you're like this pile number 2, you're going through like a shift where, you know, you're moving through the darkness and into the light, so to speak. So the things that were blocked will be, you know, the things that were blocked were, you'll begin to see that they were blessings, and then you will also reap the reward of those blocked blessings. So what was once blocked for you will be something better for you, will be coming as something better. You may be seeing number 7 a lot, or numbers with number 7 in it. And that's just a reminder of like financial gains. That's also a reminder of luck being on your side. That's also a sign of wish granted. And I got goosebumps on wish granted. And in reverse, it says a personal issue reaches its resolution. So in reversed or upright, it means the same thing, a personal issue. So yeah, a shift in emotions, like I said, releasing that codependency. And that codependency doesn't necessarily have to be people that you know. You can be codependent in a social media relationship, like just getting that acknowledgement and getting that being codependent on social media to tell you like, yeah girl, yeah boy, that's exactly what you need to do, or no, that's not, I wouldn't do that. Like, you're learning how to rely on yourself. And so now that you are in a better position to handle these blessings, they're coming at you again, but better. So a situation reaches resolution. Communication is key. So a wish granted, like I said, look out for someone reaching out to you, or remember, this is what's blocking your blessings, not communicating. Okay, missing opportunities because you haven't been communicating. Missing opportunities because you haven't been putting yourself out there, because you're fear of communication. But you're getting past that, or need to get past that. That's what's blocking you, is because you're wishing it and wishing it and wishing for it to happen, but it takes action. It takes you actually putting yourself out there. So I'm going to read a personal issue reaches its resolution. Things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. So that's good. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that is a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. Yeah, like I said. Yeah. Attune to the moon. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Yeah, I said codependency. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? With a question mark. The heightened emotions of the moon Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the moon's 2 home signs along with Taurus. So astrologically speaking, the moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that with this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, all will soon be well. So that was great. And now we're going to read communication is key. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle. Communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Attune to the moon. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing of ideas and travel. The energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves to chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card also indicates being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble cross wires in your brain. And yeah, this as well was about clarity and getting that, and then the starry, just fantasizing. One part of manifestation is fantasizing and imagining it, and the other part is action and communicating. So let's pull from the Sacred Rebel so we can see what your advice is. What advice for pile number 2 to help them with creativity, to unblock that creativity? Sacred Fool. Do not take life so serious, pile number 2. You will not get out alive. You gotta really tend to the people that matter. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta enjoy life, because it's not always just about working. It's also about having fun, living a lot more than a little. So Sacred Fool is your advice. Don't worry about what other people are doing and how they're living their life. Worry about finding a way to enjoy your life. This is also about dance, sing. Look at yourself naked and be more accepting of yourself. Because you can't expect people to accept you if you are not accepting of you. So let's go with the self-care that came right out. Unblock pile number 2's creativity. Self-care to help pile number 2. Unblock their creativity. I gave you 2. Literally, you've been told this, meditate so you can receive those downloads, so you can receive that information, so you can receive that your next steps, so that you can calm your scattered brain, pile number 2, and get that clarity that you need and clear your energy field. Now we're gonna pull from my word bag. You have forgiveness. Look into your heart. I love you, but hesitation. Think things through. The 3 T's. Think this through. Surprise! You have a surprise. Startled, confused, amazed, excited, eager, shocked, astonished. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. That's what's blocking your creativity and the advice that follows. If that was helpful for you, let me know down below. Give me a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Alright, pile number 3. And finally, if you chose this amethyst crystal, I'm going to hold it up as I read the properties of this ultimate power of creativity crystal. Okay, the amethyst crystal itself holds the ultimate power of creativity. The amethysts are particularly helpful in artistic endeavors in which new original results need to be created using the tools and methods of previous times. So yes, amethyst is also, you know, correlated with your crown chakra and your third eye. I do apologize, being that it's blurry. I take this as you've been feeling very foggy minded. You've been hacking you've been lacking clarity, maybe even lacking imagination and passion. So amethyst is really good for bringing up and activating that fiery passion, connecting you with your intuition, balancing out your emotions and logic so that you can use them with a potent combination. It's really good for self-knowledge, insight. It helps you and helps us to visualize, create, and invent. Amethyst really stimulates our creativity. So pile number 3, you could be the artist of the group. Hey, my fellow artists, I gotta tell you, this earth would not be as beautiful if it is as it is without the art. So just know, you as an artist are loved, appreciated, and welcomed by me and everybody else. And if they haven't told you, don't worry. I'm telling you. Your art is amazing. The fact that you are an artist, that you resonate with being an artist, is amazing. And I encourage you wholeheartedly, 100%, to create. Because you never know how your art can change the world. Okay? So, yeah. Oh my gosh, look, chaos end. And even your chaos is beautiful, pile number 3. Like, you do have a tendency to unfriendly Amazon. Yeah, you are your worst critic. Like, you don't see the beauty in a lot of things that you do. You like immediate satisfaction and immediate gratification and immediate appreciation. You have a, like, I guess what you don't understand, or what you have a hard time understanding, is that it's art is a long-term commitment. Okay, so it's like you gotta love art, period. You can't just love it when it's bringing you success. You can't just love it when everything is good, because you gotta be kind of committed. Like, this even looks like a ring up there. You gotta be committed to your path, and if you chose art, then you got to be committed to it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. You can't be looking at everybody else's success and thinking that the grass is greener and not really watering your own seeds and plants. The heart of clear water. Okay, you got to come at things with pure intentions, not just with a greedy heart. See? You get depressed because it's like, you know, you got your demons, and really I've learned, because I did an ego video, check that out. But you know, we tend to think that if it doesn't bring us instant gratification and instant satisfaction, that, you know, we're not doing something right. Okay, and I feel like you're having ego deaths, or just really need to have like an ego death. Like, what I mean is like a goblin king. Like, you're coming at things with an ungrateful heart. You're not coming from the heart. You're coming from a place of, I am talented. And you may even know that you're talented. You may even know that you're gifted. But it's like, why am I not immediately at 200,000 followers and views and subscribers? You know, why am I not already having people lined up around the corner to see my artwork, you know, or something like that. And that makes, because of that expectation, that allows you to swarm into depression or to darkness, into dim lighted thinking. And that's funny because this amethyst is very, very dark. Okay. And so what's blocking your creativity is that form of thinking, and it's very intense. Like, as I was talking, like, I could feel my blood like boil a little bit with, like, it's not really rage, but it's like a rageful passion. Okay, it's like you want it so bad, or you envision it being a certain way, and when it's not like that, you're like, what the hell? I don't understand. Like, people are telling me that my work is good, but nobody's willing to buy it. I don't understand. You know, it's kind of like that. And it's like the chaos ends with your expectations. You got to stop expecting, and sometimes it's like you're expecting the worst, and then sometimes it's like your expectations of, okay, I'm gonna draw one picture and then I'm gonna be an instant success type of thing, or I'm gonna create one project and it's gonna get me there, and it might not get you there that day, but who's to say 4 years from now, you know, that success won't happen. So it's like that mindset. Emotions are running high. Meditate and contemplate. Yes, get that clarity, get that, and surrender to the divine, the things that are outside of your control. Pile number 3. And you want things to happen so fast. You even hear the way I'm talking. I'm just rushing through this reading. You guys want things to happen so fast. Like, you see yourself as powerful and as wonderful, and in a very, I guess, malicious type of light, or just not malicious. But it's like you want to make sure that your intentions are always from a place of heart and pure intentions, okay? Because, like I mentioned, the ID aspect of the ego seeks instant gratification, but doesn't, you know, you got to come at things from a different approach. Pile number 3. That's why that's why your creative energy has been feeling, what's getting in the way of your creative, whatever the question was. I can't even remember right now. I'm sorry. Pile number 3. But yes, the question, yes, it's, you got a lot going on, pile number 3. And your emotions are running high right now. You need to meditate, because, like, the mind is everywhere. Like, you have so many ideas, and your creative ideas and your creative projects are wonderful. I want to tell you, but you want to also make sure that you're not going about getting it. You want to make sure that you are not, like, searching for that get rich quick scheme, that loophole, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop looking for that. Like, there are no shortcuts to success. Do the work. Do something that you love and call it work. And it won't even feel like work, because it's something that you love wholeheartedly with everything you are. It's something that you would even do for free because you love it that much. And remember that. And when you forget, don't judge yourself. We all get caught up in it sometimes, but forgive yourself, be gentle with yourself, and just come at things back from the heart, okay? So let's look up your advice to unlock your creativity. How can pile number 3 unlock their creativity? Listening for the truth, listening to your intuition, spirals of manifestations. Which is good. I'm gonna actually read that up for you, that spirals of manifestation card. But your advice is to listen for the truth. Okay, listen with your heart, and don't just listen with, like, your ego, the part of your ego which is the ID aspect that's just all about self in a greedy way, not in a healthy kind of way. You guys got to watch that video, actually. So because I am mentioning the ego a lot, and you may be confused about that when I'm talking about it, but if you are, watch that ego video. but your emotions are running very high right now, and they're getting in the way of you hearing your intuition, okay? Because there's so many voices, there's so many emotions, you're going through so many things, you want to get it right, and you're struggling to figure out like what it is, what's right, which one should I do, which path should I take. And that's when you need to take a breather. That's when you need to sit down with yourself and meditate and listen. Okay, so the spirals of manifestation. Wow, and this is a creative card. The creative, rebellious path of love moves in spirals. It is not linear. Sometimes our mind decides that the way forward is to take clear steps from one point to the next logical point. However, there is a genius within that can guide us on an alternative route. If there is an unnecessary pothole or delay in that typical linear path of progression, in the curved loop in the path will be quicker. You guys, I feel like I'm reading. Let me just say it again. Okay. However, there is a genius within that. Okay. However, there is a genius within that can guide us on an alternative route. If there is an unnecessary pothole or delay in the typical linear path of progression, and the curved loop in the path will be quicker, more fun, and more beautiful, then why not allow yourself to be guided to that path? This can happen through trust and wisdom rather than rigid adherence to what on the surface appears to be logical progression. You are in the midst of a spiral of manifestation. Something is coming into being, even if you think it is further away than ever before. How amazing it will seem when what you have been dreaming of falls into place. Suddenly, what you have been thinking of creating will plunk into your reality, seemingly out of nowhere, because it was just around the bend, just out of the view on the spiral of manifestation, and you could not see it coming. In truth, it was coming to you all along. This oracle has a message for you. Sometimes when we feel the furthest away from what we want, we are actually closer than ever before. Just one turn on the spiral loop of creation can see your manifestation taking root into the world. You must hold true to your faith and keep working on your progress. Forget about believing it when you are seeing it. Any old soul or young soul can do that. You are bigger, braver, more ancient soul. You have enough chutzpah to believe it so that you can see it sooner, bigger, and brighter. Do not give in to those who tell you it should have happened already, or that you have failed. They are just suffering from a lack of patience and understanding, as well as an arrogant assumption that their notion of timing is somehow superior to the greater divine time at play in life. So this oracle brings a message to you about the perfect synchronicities that take place in life. So remember that your life path is unfolding in harmony with the path of others. You will meet with each other for the greatest benefit when you trust the divine timing, and you got told to surrender to the divine. Stop trying to make it happen when it's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen. When we find the reason why, one step at a time. Da 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 da. Okay, and now pile number 3, we're going to look up the self-care message for you that would be most beneficial. So okay, rest, pile number 3. Create art, pile number 3. Burning bowl ritual. You have a lot, so I'm just gonna, and connect with your womb, which is also a part of creativity, and sacral chakra. So that's what I have for you. So let's see, we are gonna okay, you could be a fire sign, Sagittarius. Pay attention to your home life, clean your space, show love and attention and appreciation for your support. Be aware of your needs. Tend to that today. Give yourself credit. You do a lot. Oh, we have a lot of inner child here. Sensitivity. I honor my innate sensitivity. I create clear personal boundaries. Love. I am open to giving and receiving love. I trust in the eternal power of love. Laughter. You have a lot of inner child cards, pile number 3. I smile, laugh, and enjoy life. Laughter is the best medicine. Literally. Intuition again. Trust your gut. And you have a yes. You have medicine. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. And laughter was the best medicine. So making sure that you take out some time to take care of yourself, take care of your health, and laugh. Lots of taking care of. Authenticity. I love and embrace who I truly am. My quirks and flaws are a natural part of me. Joy and delight. I give myself permission to feel joy. I delight in the small things. Again, laughter, having fun, grounded. There's no different angle, no clever solution, no trickety trick that's going to move that rock. You got to face these things head on. You got to move it. You got to do it in a grounded way. You left me and I never forget your smell. Talented, gifted, beautiful, holding on to so much pain. If someone caused you hurt, you don't have to hold on to it. Bury it, throw it in the river, burn it, but don't hold on to it. You hurt yourself more. Trust that you have all the skills, talents, and abilities to overcome any obstacle and achieve your highest desires. And you have bag lady. So that's what I have for you, pile number 3. Bye-bye.